They turned this ocean liner around on a dime. On a dime.
He's going to be like, here's the future of the candidate. I ain't dropping out. And then back to square one, baby. Ezra's analysis on that front is completely correct. It'll get so ugly. Senior members have reported he withdrew. No, they didn't. You did not hear that. It's likely this weekend. It is likely after the RNC. I hate this because for a week I said the smartest thing for Biden to do would be dropping out after the RNC is over. And now, because some guy said he already dropped out, everyone is just going after it. He's likely going to drop out. I think he's going to drop out, and he's likely going to drop out this weekend. And I hate that everyone is just like going along with, oh, he dropped out already.
How is everybody doing? Wow. Wow. What a terrible week. Hey, John, come back to the Daily Show just for the election. It'll be fine. You'll do one day a week. It'll be a larf. What could go wrong? Obviously, we were supposed to be doing our shows from Milwaukee for the RNC this week. But because of the attempt on the former president's life, our venue, the venue in which we had planned to do this show, is a theater, which was originally located in the soft perimeter, they called it, security-wise, was shifted, understandably so, to the hard perimeter. They called it the hard perimeter. You really don't want to be in the hard perimeter. It was locked down. They built cages around the theater, and because of that, we felt that we could not logistically put on the theater shows effectively without people.
Dropping out after the RNC just means emboldening whatever Trump says tonight, though, no? Whereas if you drop out before you kind of cut out his speech and then, no, I think it's better to drop out after the RNC. You're not emboldening anything that... Right now, everyone at the RNC, until recently, was gearing up for a Biden presidency because he was so stubbornly saying he's going to stay in, okay? If he drops out before the RNC, then the RNC's message in the most important moment can be retriangulated swiftly to talk about how there's so much chaos and confusion in the Democratic Party. It needs to have its own media cycle. The most opportune moment for this to happen is after the RNC, because the RNC now is in this weird state of panic where they have their own unity message that they had to retriangulate to because Trump got shot. And also on top of, because they're taking advantage of the assassination attempt. And also, they don't know if Biden will still remain in the race. There's a will they, won't they situation here. So that cuts into what kind of messaging they can do. A week ago, the RNC message was going to be Joe Biden. It is smart for Biden and Biden's team to keep saying, no, we're staying in the race, so that the RNC message still is on Biden. And then he drops out. So all of a sudden, all of that message is gone. That's why you started seeing some Republicans talk about all Democrats or even focus their efforts on Kamala Harris as well. They spent too much time dunking on Biden. If Biden is not the guy, all of a sudden, now you have to literally cast aside hundreds of millions of dollars worth of ad spend that you specifically designed around Joe Biden. Now you're literally pulling your ads. Do you understand? Like, these things take time to put together. These things take time to put together. When you pull the rug and all of a sudden your main villain, oh my God, look at, dude, this looks crazy, bro. Even his new photos haven't caught up to his latest round of Ozempic.
I know what the Trump administration achieved, but it's worth going through a few of these accomplishments. Let's start with this. There were no new American wars.
Bro, this is what this man used to look like.
Our southern border closed. It may seem like a long time ago,
That's
but
crazy.
when we took office, There were people's heads being cut off at the beaches. We destroyed ISIS and its caliphate. And you know, here's another fun fact. We never lost our Secretary of Defense for 2 weeks either. You'll remember, for those 4 years, the evil of Vladimir Putin was held at bay. When we walked out, January of 2021, the Iranian regime was afraid, and the people of Israel were strong and secure, and we treated them like the friend and ally that they need to be. Everywhere we went, religious freedom was protected. We held 3 summits in North Korea, and North Korea was quieted. We'd begun an honorable exit from Afghanistan. And not a single Chinese.
You can't shit on Biden's foreign policy because it's the direct continuation of it is a direct continuation of this administration's foreign policy. Like everything Mike Pompeo set in motion as the Secretary of State, the Biden administration continued. Of course, they're going to shit on it because it's their job. Their job is to make it seem like, oh yeah, all of these failures. Look at all these failures, dude. It's like those failures are technically supposed to be on the administration that was exiting.
But I do want to say to the city of Milwaukee, to the mayor of Milwaukee, could not have been more accommodating to the show, more gracious to us. We thank you so much. I do hope that we will be able to come back to Milwaukee. We really do want to come back at some point and make up some of the events we had planned, especially our in-dog decision. We get dogs adopted and people registered to vote. Or it's the other way around. I don't remember. But as always, the biggest slice of praise is reserved for our production team and crew. They turned this ocean liner around on a dime! On a dime!
He's going to be like, here's the future of the candidate. I ain't dropping out. And then back to square one, baby. Ezra's analysis on that front is completely correct. It'll get so ugly.
It is a big production to take a show like this on the road on short notice. Our crack production team and our crew got us back to New York City, rejiggered all the things in the studio to get us ready to do a program this very Tuesday night.
This is Biden.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
That's what he's going to say. The Hill article says they don't know. Yeah, because it's not Mark Halperin, okay? And it's an outlet with editors and with people that it's not Newsmax, okay? It's The Hill. That's the difference. That's why they're saying we don't know. That's why they're saying sources have told us that they don't know what Biden will say. But I think what Biden will say, my speculation is what Biden will say is most likely that he's dropping out.
It's remarkable work, and I just want to thank this remarkable. All right. But even though we are not in Milwaukee, last night was night 1 of the RNC. And obviously, after what happened this weekend, there was a clear theme going in.
Obviously, right now, unity is a theme that we need to be focused on.
I think that we're going to hear a lot of unifying type speeches.
We got to create some unity. The vitriol and the hatred, it needs to stop.
We should bring the temperature down. Let's turn this moment into a moment that helps us down that path of healing and unity.
Wow. That is Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin.
By the way, the best thing that Trump could do tonight, is say Biden's going to drop out. He's going to drop out, folks. It's because he's afraid. It's because he's afraid of me. And then Biden's going to hear it and be like, I ain't dropping out. Okay? I ain't dropping out. This is word for word what Trump will say.
The attempt on my life has left me scarred.
Bro, y'all are such, oh my God, liberals are ridiculous. You uttered the words and now you set it in motion. Yeah, Donald Trump comes out tonight, says Joe Biden is pussy. Joe Biden is afraid of me. That's why he's dropping out. Okay. And here's why that's a good thing, because I'll destroy whoever comes in and replaces him. Okay. And then literally Joe Biden will see it and be like, you know what? I've decided I'm not dropping out.
Wisconsin. He is known as a particularly divisive, or however you want to pronounce that, a divisive figure. So to hear that healing rhetoric coming from Ron Johnson is impressive. I, for one, look forward to hearing his unifying remarks on the convention floor.
Today's Democrat agenda, their policies, are a clear and present danger to America.
I'm sorry. I guess he's what's known as unity in the streets, divisive in the sheets. But to be fair, and I want to be fair in this new environment, Senator Johnson did not mean to stoke anger. His teleprompter did.
What he wanted loaded in the prompter was that we needed a somber moment in history. We should heed President Trump's call to unite, to be strong, to be determined. We must heal. He said, I don't know how the other one got in there and screwed up the teleprompter. But again, he went ahead and read it.
What a douchebag! Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That was in my teleprompter. I apologize. Rogue teleprompters weren't the only ones having trouble adjusting to the Republicans' new tone. One particularly fiery member of Congress.
I love that happened because it's so obvious. Like, oh my God. I'm getting messages from so many normies being like, Biden's dropping out, ? I can't believe Biden's dropping out.
Struggled mightily as her body rejected the unity theme.
No, man, they don't watch Asmongold. They just saw the same shit Asmongold saw.
As though it were transplanted like a monkey heart.
The founding father of the America First movement, Donald John Trump. Make America successful again. Wealthy again.
What is she doing? Bro, she's so gross. Ugh. I hope that rad femme chatter is not in here. She's about to get real mad when I call Marjorie Titan Green a humanoid.
The country we deserve.
She knows she's making that noise, right?
Dude, look at this. Look at this. Everyone is trying to outflank one another. Joe Biden will step down from running for re-election and not endorse Kamala Harris. ESPN had it first. I'm going to lose my mind, dude. Oh, God. The next week is going to be every dumb guy being like, I told you so. Antonio Brown was right. Like, oh, my God. All these guys were right. Dude, this is like, scroll down for baby dog. I know. This always brings joy to my heart. Baby dog. Ever since I first laid eyes on her, I mean, the worst part is I also think he's going to drop, but there's a difference between me speculating that he's going to drop and people being like, oh, breaking news, Joe Biden is dropped from the election. Do you understand?
Or is that the noise she makes when the interior monologue is going, Marjorie, there's going to be plenty of time to talk about satanic Democrats. Just keep it in. Marjorie, just... this is hard to do. Oh, man. But perhaps the weirdest moment of last night was when the RNC looked like it was turning into the DNC. One of its featured speakers was Amber Rose, founder of the LA Slut Walk and a sex-positive pro-choice internet celebrity.
Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love.
That's literally just so false. Like, I missed that part. I missed that she said that. That's crazy.
It's all love. It's love. You just better hope all that love doesn't lead to an ectopic pregnancy, because then... the guys know what I'm talking about. They're feeling that in the old fallopian tubes over there. But the moment that really felt like the DNC had snuck into the RNC was when Sean O'Brien, the president of the Teamsters Union, and apparently Rob Corddry doppelganger, came up to the lectern. Come on, Corddry!
It's an honor to be the first Teamster in our 121-year history to address the Republican National Convention.
The crowd went crazy until he began to tell them what he thinks.
Legal protections that make it safer for workers to get a contract. Trade policies that put American workers first. Labor law must be reformed. Companies fire workers who try to join unions and hide behind toothless laws that are meant to protect working people but are manipulated to benefit corporations.
Where are the cheers on the floor of the convention? Yes, apparently Republicans are pro-worker now and pro-union. I hope somebody tells all the Republican governors who passed right-to-work anti-union laws in their states, and all the Republican-appointed judges who made it easier to break unions, and Donald Trump himself, who helped a bill that would have protected unions. They're going to be so embarrassed. It's their hypocrisy. But of course, the main event from last night was the crowning of Donald Trump's MAGA movement heir apparent. No, not that guy. No. There you go.
How does that man walk straight with those huge swinging balls between his legs? No, do not give Sean O'Brien, do not give him any props for doing this. Okay, what he did was ridiculous. What he did was a cowardly way of like giving credence, lending credence to the right-wing populism that they are somehow going to be pro-labor union. It was a objectively bad move. It was panned by a lot of rank and filers, both in the Teamsters, and it was criticized relentlessly, both openly and also behind closed doors, by a lot of labor activists and labor leaders. Okay,